In recent news, the European Union (EU) court has removed the mother of Yevgeniy Prigozhin, the chief of Russia's Wagner group, from the bloc's sanctions list. The decision was made after the court found that there was insufficient evidence to suggest that she was involved in any criminal activities or had any ties to her son's controversial private military company. The EU had previously sanctioned Prigozhin's mother, Galina Nikolaevna, in 2019, along with her son and other individuals and entities linked to the Wagner group. The sanctions were imposed in response to the group's alleged involvement in destabilizing activities in several countries, including Ukraine, Syria, and Libya. The Wagner Group, which is reportedly backed by the Russian government, has been accused of carrying out military operations in these countries, often with little regard for civilian casualties or international law. The group's activities have drawn criticism from the international community, and several countries have imposed sanctions on its members and affiliates. Despite the EU court's decision to remove Galina Nikolaevna from the sanctions list, the sanctions against Yevgeniy Prigozhin and the Wagner Group remain in place. The EU has also continued to express concern about the group's activities and their impact on regional stability. The decision to remove Prigozhin's mother from the sanctions list is likely to be controversial, given the ongoing tensions between Russia and the West. However, the EU court has stressed that its decision was based on a careful evaluation of the evidence, and that it remains committed to holding accountable those responsible for actions that threaten peace and security in the region. The decision to remove Galina Nikolaevna from the sanctions list has been welcomed by the Prigozhin family and their supporters, who have maintained that the allegations against her were baseless. However, critics of the decision have argued that it sends a message of leniency towards individuals associated with the Wagner Group, and that it may undermine efforts to hold them accountable for their actions. The EU has been grappling with how to address the Wagner Group's activities, which are seen as part of a broader pattern of Russian aggression towards its neighbors. Some EU member states have called for stronger sanctions against the group, while others have advocated for dialogue and engagement with Russia to address regional security issues. The decision on Galina Nikolaevna comes amid broader efforts by the EU to review its sanctions regime and ensure that it is effective and targeted. The bloc has recently announced plans to impose new sanctions on individuals and entities linked to human rights abuses and corruption, and has signaled a willingness to work with other countries to coordinate sanctions efforts. The EU's decision on Galina Nikolaevna may also have implications for other individuals and entities currently on the bloc's sanctions list. Critics of the sanctions regime have argued that it is often unclear why certain individuals or entities are included, and that there is a need for greater transparency and due process in the sanctions process. The EU has defended its sanctions regime as a necessary tool for promoting regional security and stability, but has also acknowledged the need for ongoing review and refinement.